OBS Jam. Downloads, Music Client, Cosmic Rage Music Client. THINK space HI space GUYS. You think? Hi guys. Birthday chat L. Pertaculus Spectaculus, Central Access Terminal. Newbie tip. Confused about the help system? Try help. Birthday chat. Birthday chat. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust. It's basically birthday chat the sun-baked snowman. Birthday chat Taffy has done battle with words and come out victorious. Arise. Birthday chat Jude Pat. TAINK space TODAY com space double E space double ILL space CELEBRAT birthday chat space celebrate ELEBRATE space blank. Birthday chat Sergeant spit blank. Celebrate ELEBRATE space blank. COSMIC space RAGESS tick S space. Birthday chat the space dog. Rage SSAGETSS space S space blank 10 T space T TH space BIRTHDAY space double ITA space MY space FRIEND space GAMES space AND space TAINGS space FOR space BLIND space PEOPLE. People. You think, today, we will celebrate Cosmic Rage's 10th birthday with my friend Games and Things for Blind People. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmics THINK space SHE space IS space UUJUST space SETTING space UP space TAE space SOUND space PACK. You think? She is just setting up the sound pack. Birthday chat Sky Kitty. You have to look at the name carefully. Birthday chat 420. Light up yo. The cosmic hippie is free and he wants you to know it. The party won't start till the sun-baked snowman is hot. Birthday chat Lady Logic. Must find puppy chocolate. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman. I got 19 out of 20. I need the last one. TAINK space AT space 3 PM space double E space double ILL space HAVE space A space BIG space PA R T H H Y. You think, at 3 p.m., we will have a big party. Birthday chat the space dog, but I'm saying the right thing. Birthday chat T H I N K space F O R space T A I S space R E C O R D I N G comma space W E space double I L L space L L I W E W I T space W I L L space B E space S P L I T space I N T O space 3 2 space P A R T S S S comma space T A E space F I R S T space P A R T space T A E N space T A E space P A R T Y. You think, for this recording, it will be split into two parts, the first part, then the party. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, there is a fragment missing. Birthday chat Sky Kid. Birthday chat the Sunbaked Snowman. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, like how to take. Birthday chat Hostess Land of Cosmic Citizen Lara Stardust, you don't. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce. Birthday chat. Birthday chat the Sunbaked Snowman. Birthday chat the Sunbaked Snow. Birthday chat Hostess Land of Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, I have. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, what do. Birthday chat Lady Logic, red instruct. Birthday chat Sky Kitty, I. THINK space FFJUST space STILL space W still party what blank what TRAP spell. Think for this blank. THINK space STILL space WAITIONG waiting. Birthday chat the space dog, I've been doing that. You think, still waiting. Birthday chat Taffy, how? Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust, you may be saying it wrong then? Birthday chat cute star has done battle with words and come out victorious. Arise, word nerd Naila Aurea and meet your champion. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust, and, awaken her portrait and a portal appears. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, okay, this library quests clearly has a bug. Birthday chat long live the king, top ho, jolly good, and all that. Jude Paxton has just made the most British cup of tea for the most British host of them all, Nathaniel Smithington. Or Nathan Smith to you. Someone, get him on staff. Birthday chat Cosmic Cupcake has left the birthday channel. For now, birthday chat Gwinnett has done battle with words and come out victorious. Arise, word nerd Naila Aurea and meet your champion. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce, yes, to 99,99% it just. Birthday chat Lady Logic, if there's a birthday chat Lady Logic, just saying. THINK space HERE space SHE space COEEMES. You think, here she comes. Birthday chat Cosmic. Birthday chat Cosmic groan. It reminded me of my old musical days. Birthday chat Lady Logic, it gives me anxiety. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust, ahaha I know what one you missed, snowman. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman, roar. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust, go procrastinate, just like Eli, a dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flies in from the up. Birthday chat S-A, what space, H-I. Hi. You say, a dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings growls into a cool looking green translator. A cool looking green translator says in a synthesized voice, hi. Birthday chat Lady Logic, don't do the monkeys. Birthday chat a cool looking green translator says in a synthesized voice, Eatern Mapper. Birthday chat Jude Paxton. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings toggles a setting on a small crisp white mapper. Birthday chat Jude. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce. A dragoness with blue scales. HINK space NEVER space MIND comma space WWLETS space GET space TAIS space PART space STARTED. Birthday chat Sergeant, bang bang bang. You think, never mind, let's get this party started. Birthday chat hostess land. Birthday chat Sergeant Bounce. Birthday chat. S.A.V.E. Your biological profile and synaptic structures have been uploaded to Salura, Angels of Medicine. OOC Lady. OOC Lady. Newbie tip. Can't figure something out with an activity, vehicle, or Birthday chat. Sergeant Bounce. Birthday chat. Hostess La. The scent of birthday. Birthday chat. Cute star. Hunger. You are not hungry. A dragoness. Birthday. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flips the screen of a tiny yellow holographic pad out with a flick of her right forepaw. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings taps something on a tiny yellow holographic pad. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings turns around and flies back up. Birthday chat. Jude Pax. Birthday chat. You turn around and you can't go them. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings starts following you. You walk northeast. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flips the screen of a tiny yellow holographic pad out with a flick of her right forepaw. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings swipes something on a tiny yellow holographic pad. Birthday chat. The sun-baked snowman. LMFAO. Wow, I can't believe I'm missing it somewhere. Roflo. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flips the screen of a tiny yellow holographic pad out with a flick of her right forepaw. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings swipes something on a tiny yellow holographic pad. Birthday chat. Cosmic Cupcake. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings enters in an order on a tiny yellow holographic pad on the Food Network. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings is shown a total cost and asked to confirm it on a tiny yellow holographic pad. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings clicks confirm. Birthday chat. Hostess Land of Cosmic Citizen Lara Stardust. That one is a bit of logic and bit of luck and reading things carefully. A tiny yellow holographic pad chirps quietly and a message on screen reads, "The Oakwood Fish and Grill has accepted the order." OOC. Birthday chat. Cosmic. A tiny yellow holographic pad chirps quietly and a message on screen reads, "The Oakwood Fish and Grill has finished making the order and the items are now en route." S-A-Y space M-M-S-H-E space I-S space G-E-T-T-I-N-G space A space N-I-C-E space C-O-L-D space C-O-K-E. You say, She is getting a nice cold Coke. Missions Tour Blood Red designation in a Chittor, jump ship, state your location. Missions This is the communications officer for SDL jump ship Saitao 5563, we are currently located in sector 22 at coordinates, 0, 0, -200. A male human member of delivery staff enters the room and glances around, delivery for a Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings. A male human member of delivery staff approaches a Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings and hands her a paper bag. A male human member of delivery staff turns and leaves, heading back home. OOC hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust, there once was a lady from Kent, whose tool became rather bent. She knew she should not have used it a lot. And that's why, actually, never mind. OOC Lady Logic explodes. OOC Mayo Arrogandade 15 explodes all over Lady Logic. Now then, how many minds just went in the gutter? OOC Lady Logic, hot. OOC the space dog, green. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings quickly takes out all of the items from a paper bag and then disposes of it. OOC Squeak, there once were a lass who loved Clover, who suddenly found herself bent, never mind. There is a loud hiss of escaping air as a Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings cracks open a can of cola. OOC Lady Logic tuts quietly. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings pops open the can of cola and takes a swig. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings takes a swig of cola. OOC come to order lets out a bellowing roar. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings takes a swig of cola. OOC fighter has left the channel. OOC come to order, I don the badge but it ain't showing when I transmit on OOC. A Dragoness with blue A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings takes a swig of cola. HIRST. You are not thirsty. Birthday chat Primi chocolate cake turtle, I am working with this. Birthday chat Primi chocolate you are not tea. Birthday chat cute star, so whenever I free some code, other code appears again like it's an endless loop. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman, it's not endless. Birthday chat Squeak bursts onto the channel, singing happy birthday at the top of her lung TURN-RAD. You tap a button, turning off a hand-sized black gold radio with a medium's TURN-RAD. You tap a button, turn. A Dragoness with blue CHANNAAC. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman, roar I can't find it. LMFAO I'm probably too tired for this. Birthday chat come to order, those lockets. How do we explain them I see, given that when you look into them, they're OOC. Birthday chat. Birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust says, quiet, please. Birthday chat Ginger Beller Eleville has left the birthday channel. For now, birthday chat hostess land of cosmic citizen Lara Stardust shush has come to order. Birthday chat 10-meter candle, listen to the rhythm, and sing along as it plays. If a syllable feels like it took too long, something's wrong. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings enters in an order on a tiny yellow holographic pad on the Food Network. Birthday. Birthday chat hostess. Birthday chat Gwinnett. I couldn't wake Phelan, but I entered Paris. Birthday chat Lady Logic. Birthday chat come to order yells through a microphone, don't tell me to be quiet. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow color. Birthday chat Cosmic Cupcake has. Birthday chat this. Birthday chat. Birthday chat Lady Logic. Do not hurt beer, that is alcohol abuse and will not be tolerated on this move. Birthday chat Lady Logic smirks. Birthday chat hostess Land of Cosmic Citizen Lara Stardust takes off her earrings and goes to town on Lady Logic. Birthday chat Rockabye Dante. Birthday chat Lady. A tiny yellow holographic pad chirps quietly and a message on screen reads, Chantel's has finished making the order and the items are now en route. Birthday. Birthday chat looks like Birthday Stealer has helped a little green riot get all his wiggles out. Birthday chat a handful of happy babies cries quietly to herself. Birthday chat 10-meter candle is gone. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow. A male Sylarkin member of delivery staff enters the room and glances around. Delivery for a dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings. A male Sylarkin member of delivery staff approaches a dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings and hands her a paper bag. A male Sylarkin member of delivery staff turns and leaves, heading back home. Birthday chat a handful of happy babies. So is there a way to exit this electronics thing? I am not sure I really understand this to do it. OOC Lady Logic. Yo, how is my kid going to slap me in the face? I say that isn't nice, she says. OOC host a cute green turtle, rude. S-E-T-R-A-D-E-O. Radio. OOC. I don't understand. A-E-L-P space R-A-D-E-O. I could not find a file in the help category named radio. Would you like to search the help files instead? Y-E-S. Searching 600. I could not find. T-H-I-N-K space F-I-R-S-T space O-F space A-L-L com space W space A-R-E space N-O-T space A space H-U-M-A-N dot. Birthday chat Cosm. You think, first of all, you are not a human. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings quickly takes out all of the items from a paper bag and then disposes of it. Newbie tip: want to see what licenses you can obtain without the whole long list? Type trainable. Birthday chat. You hear the trace back gremlins across the land cry out? Lady Logic has captured another 10 of them. Look out, because she is on the case. There is a loud hiss of escaping air as a dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings cracks open a cardboard cup of water. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup of water. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup of water. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup of water. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup of water. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard. Birthday chat. Cosmic Cupcake. Out. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup containing hot chocolate topped with marshmallows. Birthday chat. Looks like. Birthday chat. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup containing hot A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup containing hot chocolate topped with marshmallows. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings takes a sip of a cardboard cup containing hot chocolate topped with marshmallows. Birthday chat. The space dog bursts onto the channel, singing happy birthday at the top of his lungs. Birthday chat. The space. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings stands up from the ground. Birth S double. You cut across the side. Birthday chat. Cosmic grown chortles. Birthday chat. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flies in from the northeast. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings starts following you. D. You walk down. Pertaculus spectaculus, central axis. W. You walk west. Pertaculus spectaculus, eastern edge of the bridge. The noise level is comfortable. A snake-like tube of transparent, rubbery material connects the access terminal to the mainframe of the station, which presumably can be retracted in times of emergency or closing. From a visual perspective, space surrounds pedestrians on all sides. Occasionally a starship passing by on its way to or from the docking tubes will flood the area with blinding light. This end of the bridge is dark blue in color, joined at the eastern end to the arrival bays through a pair of sliding glass doors. It slopes gently upwards to the west, and is divided into two clear paths, one for arriving and one for leaving. Obvious exits, east and west up. A dragoness. W. You cross the room and walk west up. Pertaculus spectaculus, center of the bridge. The noise level is comfortable. The apex of the bridge is a wide arch through space, descending gently towards the east and west. It is built out of a long, snake-like rubbery tube, which is completely transparent. Occasionally, a starship will fly past as it heads to or from the access tubes, flooding the area with bright lights. The area is split into two paths, one with streams of people going west, and the other containing people going east. Soft music is being piped in from somewhere, but the amount of noise from the crowds makes it difficult to hear it. There is also a soft thrum, noticeable if a person were to touch the walls, indicating powerful electronic machinery in the works somewhere. You see a blue cargo expansion drone here. Obvious exits, east down and west down. A Dragonus with double D. You cross the room and walk west down. Pertaculus Spectaculus, western edge of the bridge. The noise level is comfortable. This end of the bridge joins the huge bulk of the mainframe via a pair of sliding glass doors, in front of which are arrayed check-in desks built from glass. Metal gates prevent someone from just running through, while spikes at the top of them discourage jumpers. The floor of this part of the bridge has been covered in red carpets, forming lanes up to and through the gates, rather like on old Earth for important visitors. An excited babble permeates the space, coming from the many visitors who constantly flow in and out, some of them pausing to admire the great spirals that are patterned upon the ceiling. Obvious exits, east up and west. A huge pair of glass doors to the west slide open. You cross the room and walk west. Pertaculus Spectaculus, main lobby. The noise level is a little loud. This cavernous lobby forms the center of the station, columns marching from west to east in order to support the domed ceiling many meters above the head of the pedestrians. Thick golden carpet luxuriates under the feet of visitors, various chairs and sofas around caressing those who sit upon them. Several information desks run between the columns, usually aligned between the various doorways leading off from here. A huge amount of people crowd in, all of them going in various directions accompanied, often, by excited words and gestures. Pirate Jammet the Dodger is here. Obvious exits, north down, east. A huge pair of glass doors open, south, west, and in. Type slide to slide on the slide. Type menu to buy a place at the hotel. Shiver me timbers. Cries pirate. SLIDE. You set yourself at the top of the slide, glance around and then, with a shove, go spinning off down the slope. 12 seconds round time. Pertaculus Spectaculus, a descending passage. The noise level is comfortable. Lit on either side by simple strip. You execute a perfect forward flip as you exit the slide, an imaginary set of judges holding up signs that read, 10, 10, 10, 9.5. L. Pertaculus Spectaculus, at the base of a passage, the noise level is comfortable. A steep obvious exits, north up and south. N. You begin the long climb up. Pertaculus Spectaculus, the passage bends sharply. You can't go that way. And you can't go that. And you can't go that way. You walk up the stairs. Pertaculus Spectaculus, a descending passage. You can't go that. You can't go that way. And you can't go that way. And you can't go that way. Y. You can't go that way. W. You can't go that way. S. You climb further up. Pertaculus Spectac. N. You can't go that way. W. You can't go that way. You can't go. E. You can't go that way. E. A huge pair of glass doors to the east slide open. You turn left and walk east. Pertaculus Spectaculus, western edge of the bridge. W. A huge pair. A huge pair of glass doors to the east slide shut. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman. Okay, I don't know. Birthday chat Dreamy Boy has left the birthday channel. For now. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings is almost shoved backwards down the stairs as they arrive, someone else eager to get on the slide. Shiver me timbers. Cries Pirate Jammet the Dodger, it's a dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings sits down at the top of the slide and, after briefly glancing around, shoves off and disappears down the slide. Birthday chat the Sunbaked Snowman. Birthday chat the Sunbaked Snowman, they are all in the same place, you probably forgot about one of the portraits. Birthday chat come to order, E, X, I, X, X, I, T, S, obvious exits. North down, a descending passage. East, a huge pair of glass doors. South, accommodation corridor. West, gently curved corridor. In, pet care center. Birthday chat Cosmic Cupcake, how do you finish phase quest? Birthday chat Cute Star, yeah, I've done all of those quests they gave me. S, you turn left and walk south. Pertaculous Spectaculous, accommodation corridor. The noise level is comfortable. This decently wide corridor heads southwards from the main lobby, and is carpeted in very thick dark maroon. A subtle warmth also can be felt here, the air warm to a little above the usual temperature one would expect. On the walls, which are wallpapered in squares of alternating black and white, are pictures showing various landscapes, from one that is a beach, to another that is an ardent forest. The ceiling is plain white, with lighting strips running across it to provide illumination. A dragoness with blue scales and yellow-colored wings is here. Obvious exits, north and south. A dragoness with blue S. You cross the room and walk south. Pertaculous Spectaculous, further down the accommodation corridor. The noise level is comfortable. The accommodation corridor heads around a sharp corner through a pair of double doors here, the southern corridor wall covered mostly by a large mirror, making it appear as though the walkway continues on forever. The other two walls are wallpapered in alternating black and white squares, some of which are shaded in and others that are just outlines. The carpet underfoot is an extremely thick, dark maroon material while the temperature of the room is slightly warmer than one would expect. Obvious exits, north and west, a pair of oak doors closed. W, a pair of oak doors to the west swing open. You turn right and walk west. Pertaculous Spectaculous, upper floor access. The noise level is comfortable. The corridor for rooms ends here in a square-shaped area, the floor of which is carpeted in extremely thick, dark maroon. Overhead, a single strip of light sheds white illumination down over. Birthday, a pair of oak doors to the east. Birthday chat a handful. Birthday, a pair of oak. Dispatch this. Birthday, dispatch this is the automated fire dispatcher at Allied Fire Station Alpha. We are reporting a fire on Oriali at a trail through the forest. Any volunteer firefighters on call are requested to respond. Birthday chat Lady Lodja E. A pair of oak N. You turn left and walk N. You cross the room and walk north. Pertaculous Spectaculous, main lobby. The noise level is a double. Birthday chat come to order. The clues are in the descriptions of the room. The mess of wires, if you look at it, mentions a controller. You turn left and walk west. Pertaculous Spectaculous, gently curved corridor. The noise level is comfortable. An extremely wide, almost hall-like corridor is here, through which people pass on a general arc as they traverse between the entrance of the station and the pod station to the north. It could be argued, in fact, that this corridor is merely an extension of the eastern entryway. Indeed, the walls that separate the two are merely a single E. You turn or S, you turn S, you cross double. A pair of oak doors to the west swing open. E, X, I, T, S, obvious exits. North, a thick oak door. East, further down the accommodation corridor. Lift, a pair of oak doors to the east swing N. A thick oak door to the north swings open. You turn right and walk north. Pertaculous Spectaculous, stairwell, ground. The noise level is comfortable. This is an elaborate staircase built in the style of spiral steps common in old earth medieval castles. Each step has been carefully crafted out of fine marble, the slabs engraved to show streams of celestial scenes, some of them asteroid fields, others miniature space stations against the blackness of the void. To either side rails made of fine wood support pedestrians of various heights, arranged to allow Pajawa, to tall dragons to gain the support they need. The engraving of the wood curls upwards like a staff, tipped with a brass ending whenever it pauses to allow for an exit. Heat flows down from above, creating a very gentle, though nonetheless noticeable downdraft. Several strips of lighting sit behind the handholds, shedding white illumination across the well. Cleaning up trash, a small trash collecting drone named Charlie is here. Obvious exits: south, a thick oak door open, and up. A thick oak door to the south swings shut. You walk up. Pertaculus spectaculus, stairwell, first floor. The noise level is comfortable. This is an elaborate birth obvious exits: south, an oak door closed, up, and down. An oak door to the south swings open. You walk south. Pertaculus spectaculus, first floor lobby. The noise level is comfortable. Fine, smooth wood panels have been slotted side by side to cover the walls of the station, turning what would be metallic insensitivity into a warmer, more comforting atmosphere. A pair of gleaming black metal doors on the left give access to a lift, while the northern door opens to the staircase. In any other direction stretch corridors to various hotel rooms, each one an entry made from fine Navian wood. Brass number plates adorn the leftmost side, giving an indication of whose room is whose. Crystal chandeliers march in a single file row down each hall, heavy and bright with fine gems and rare pearls. The cart of a turbo lift sits quietly in one corner. Obvious exits: north, an oak door open, and lift. Type enter less room number greater to enter a room. Birthday chat taffy, birthday stealer, birthday chat the sun-baked snowman yawns. An oak door to the north swings shut. N. An oak door to the north swings open. D. You walk down. S. You walk south. Pertaculus spectaculus. E. A pair of oak doors to the birthday chat. A pair of oak doors to the west swing shut. N. You turn left and walk north. N. You cross the room and walk north. Pertaculus spectaculus, main lobby. The noise level W. You turn left and walk west. Pertaculus spectaculus, gently curved corridor. The noise level is comfortable. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman, it's a birthday chat a handful of happy baby. L. Pertaculus spectaculus, gently curved corridor. The noise E. I. T. S. Obvious exits: north, hotel shuttle port, east, main lobby, southwest, bowling alley. Birthday chat a handful of happy. N. Birthday chat a handful of happy babies, and yes, for the power stuff, you turn right and walk north. Pertaculus spectaculus, hotel shuttle port. The noise level is comfortable. 3 distinctive classes seem to split this port into sections. Birthday chat a handful of happy birthday. L. Pertaculus spectaculus, hotel shuttle port. The noise level is comfortable. 3 distinctive classes seem to split this port into sections, designated as luxury, family, and standard. Indeed, these paths are even outlined on signs, with large, flashing blue arrows pointing down specific paths a person can take. The floor under the feet and paws of pedestrians is a blindingly white, wax-like material which, if bounced upon, gives slightly, though not as though collapsing. At the end of the distinctive paths are shuttle docks, huge, metal racks upon which sit various types and shapes of pods from sleek, midnight black luxury limo styles, to practical and simple plain boxes. To these people go and pay a small fee, and in these they are taken away to new destinations. Obvious exits: South. Birthday chat Sky Kitty, in case of birthday chat birthday chat Cute Star, I made sure to awaken all S. You turn around and walk back south. Pertaculous Spectaculous, gently curved corridor. The noise level is comfort E. X I T S. Obvious exits: North, Hotel Shuttleport; East, Main Lobby; Southwest, Bowling Alley. Birthday chat E. You turn left and walk E. A huge pair of glass doors to the east slide open. You cross the room. E. Birthday chat U. E. You cross the E. You can't go that way. E. D. You cross the birthday chat E. You cross the room and walk east. Pertaculous Spectaculous, central access. D. You walk down. Pertaculous Spectaculous, central access terminal, lower floor. The noise level is comfortable. A triangular shaped space is given over to some kind of access terminal for the station, the floor of which is carpeted in a rich brown. Sofas and chairs have been set up around low tables in the middle of the room, on which tourists and visitors can relax while waiting for guides. Soft music is being piped through from overhead, the speakers masked behind the dark blue paint of the metal ceiling. A long line of access tubes march off from the northeastern corner of the room, while a metal staircase is at the southern side. Obvious exits: northeast and up. Birthday chat N. E. You walk northeast. Pertaculous Spectaculous, families and large groups. The noise level is a little loud. This long, rather wide tube is built SW. You cut across the side of the room and you walk up. Pertaculous Spectaculous, central access terminal, main floor. E. X. I. Birthday chat the sun-baked snowman. E. X. I. T. Obvious exits: East, a pair of huge glass doors. West, eastern edge of birthday chat come. Birthday chat power flows through the lab of the cosmic hippie thanks to Spinkiller's brave sacrifice of headache pills, a spanner, and at least 3 tubes of industrial strength weed killer. The Moo shall ever remain unsure if this is a good thing. You walk west. W. You cross the room and walk west. D. You cross the room and walk west. A huge pair of glass doors to the west. N. You can't go that way. You cross the room and walk west. Pertaculous Spectaculous, gently curved court. N. You turn right and walk. X. H. E. R. E. Common commands for here. At a desk. ACC accelerate deck decelerate. Blocked. Catch anything. Door doro dork doral doro door slam anything. Door knock door pound door dub door hammer anything. Edit F star ing or prints anything. Emote or bemote test emote emote spamote anything. Emoting. Enemies. EXT star English. Find anything. Force fields. FRP. Gather anything. Glance anything. Item count anything. L star OK anything. Label here as anything. Lay down sit up curl up. Lift anything. Lift name. LP. N controls. Peer anything. Pick. Pod anything. Remove EXT. Restroom. Room resources. Restore RPH anything. Say star say anything. Sato. Star anything. Search anything. Seats. Shelf anything. Sit lie curl sprawl kneel crouch flop anything. Sniff anything. Sort room. Spot anything. Stamp. Stand. Stink. Temp star irriture. Tray anything. Yell anything. Unique commands for here. Transport. Transport. Which type of pod would you like? 1 simple, cheapest but most boring. 2 family, large and fairly priced. 3 luxury, food and drink provided, alongside the best of seating. Expensive, enter a number. 1. Where would you like to go? 1. Arcade shuttle port. 2. Casino shuttle port. 3. Child entertainment shuttle port. 4. Food and drinks shuttle port. Enter a number. 1. You step aboard a free pod, paying the fee as you do so. You spent 10.0 credits. Pertaculous Spectaculous, a simple pod. The noise level is comfortable. Screens around the walls light up and begin to display space. The pod rotates a little as it angles to ascend. Birthday Chatte has done battle with. The pod begins to slowly ascend, the motion barely noticeable as it creeps up the side of the station. New notification from Unigram. THINK space LTTETS space AAVE space OME space FUN. You think? Let's have some fun. Birthday chat. A handful of The pod reaches the edge of the dome and, instead of angling to go down, simply begins to descend vertically. It is so subtle, however, that one could barely feel it from inside. The pod rotates slowly and begins to drift towards a docking point. Birthday chat. The sun-baked snowman face palms. There is a slight hum as docking equipment extends and the pod judders into a clamp. The doors slide open. You disembark. Pertaculous Spectaculous, arcade shuttle port. CA8. You either need an informational computer, or to be in a place with a TURN space COMP. You tap a button. On a laptop black gold informational computer's screen, the progress bar reads, 14% complete. A Dragonus with blue scales and yellow colored wings flies east. On a laptop black gold informational computer's screen, establishing connection. Syncing with the galactic network. On a laptop black CA8. You flick out a laptop black gold informational computer's screen with a quick gesture, studying the cache readout displayed in the top right-hand corner. You have 28,800,000 TURN space COMP. You tap a button. E. You turn right and walk east. Pertaculous Spectaculous, entrance to the arcade. The noise level is comfortable. This is a short corridor joining the shuttle port to the main district to the east, which is noticeable by the huge flashing signs and fancy scripts upon the walls. In this section the corridor is plain metal on the floor, the walls much the same except for the patches covered by posters advertising the various arcade games one can look forward to ahead. Strips of lighting upon the ceiling provide an oddly filtered illumination around the space, sometimes creating rather odd-shaped shadows as people, especially dragons, pass under them. The air is filled with the pulsing beat of music, the vibration seeming to shake the very molecules that people breathe. MI Ground Patrol F1628 patrols nearby. Obvious exits, east and west. Birthday chat. The birthday chat. Cosmic Cupcake bursts onto the channel, singing happy. Birthday chat. Hopeful, 10. The officers of MI Ground Patrol F1628 fold their wings and leave E. You cross the room and walk east. Pertaculous Spectaculous, in the grounds. The noise level is comfortable. Simulated grounds of some sort of building are projected through the use of several well-placed and subtly painted holographic units, creating an environment that looks like one has entered some sort of garden. The corridor of the space station has been carefully decorated to show as a tunnel, while a domed building looms to the east, the projected sunlight glinting off of its highly reflective roof. Underfoot, fake grass has been attached to the otherwise metal floor, while hidden speakers send the sweet sound of tweeting birds out into the air, lending a rather nature feel to the atmosphere, completely clashing with the heavy music that can clearly be heard. Obvious exits, northeast, east, and west. Obvious exits, northeast, walking through holographic trees, east, arcade lobby, west, entrance to the E. You cross the room and walk east. Pertaculous Spectaculous, Temple of Fun, arcade lobby. The noise level is comfortable. The entryway to the arcade is a slightly narrow tunnel, rather like an upside-down fishbowl that has been squeezed into a cylinder shape. The tube is not very long and spills pedestrians out into a room divided into two parts by a long, low glass counter. The northern side, that which is unreachable by the customers, suffer from a rather low ceiling as the side of the dome curves sharply up, though this has been put to good use. Racks are bolted down to the reinforced glass, each one filled with gleaming tokens of different colors for people to purchase. These tokens, according to a small poster on the wall, are what operate the machines and can be kept in a pot which the arcade provides for free. The customer side of the counter is just a simple, plated area which curves gently southeast into the arcade proper. A blue hardened bioplasma resin floating storage sphere hovers nearby. You see a yellow cargo expansion drone, a shimmering blue hovering carriage transporter, a blue hovering train transporter, floating a few feet off of the ground, and a faded orange skateboard with painted flames on it here. Obvious exits, southeast and west. To convert credits to tokens and vice versa, type menu. SE. You cross the room at a slight angle and walk southeast. Pertaculous Spectaculous, Temple of Fun, slot machine. The noise level is comfortable. Soft red carpet is under the feet of pedestrians in this part of the arcade, the volume of which is noticeably lower than other areas. Lively tunes pump out of rather antiquated machines that dot the space, creating a strange, winding path one must go through if they wish to get anywhere. Naturally, each machine is designed to be eye-catching, with many of them featuring glowing lights, fancy jingles, and in one case it even vibrates. The lighting for the space is truly not that sufficient, and the NW, you turn or double, you cross the room at a slight angle and walk west. You cross the room and walk west. Pertaculous Spectaculous, entrance to the arcade. Birthday chat. Augustus the you cross the room and walk west. Pertaculous Spectaculous, arcade shuttle port. TRANSPORT. Which type of pod would you like? 1. Simple, cheapest but most boring. 2. Family, large and fairly priced. 2. Where would you like to go? 1. Hotel shuttle port. 2. Casino shuttle port. 3. Child entertainment shuttle port. 3. You step aboard a free pod, paying the fee as you do so. You spent 80.0 credits. Pertaculous Spectaculous, a family pod. The noise level is comfortable. The rear of this pod can only be described as bulky. At the front the narrow cockpit is sectioned off by a sliding screen door, and it is from this point that the cabin area begins, expanding drastically to a very wide flat wall on the southern end. The sliding entrance and exit door is on the right, opposite which is a large ball pit space for younger children to play in. Several chairs have been bolted down on the southern side, catering to various ages from a small, baby chair, to a larger adult chair. You see that you can sit on a soft comfort armchair, a large blue sofa, a dark gray couch, a soft and plushy chair, and a long padded bench here. No obvious exits. The pod's engine fires up and the door. The pod crests the station and begins to travel along the transparent dome that tops it. The screens pan to show people inside the dome moving and going about their business. A child waves up at the pod as it passes. The pod reaches the edge of the dome and, instead of angling to go down, simply begins to descend vertically. It is so subtle, however, that one could barely feel it from inside. The pod rotates slowly and begins to drift towards a docking point. There is a slight hum as docking equipment. The doors slide open. Transport. Which type of pod would you like? 1. Simple, cheapest but most boring. 2. Family. 3. Where would you like to go? 1. Hotel shuttle port. 2. Arcade shuttle port. 3. Casino shuttle port. 4. Food and drinks shuttle port. Enter a number. 4. You step aboard a free pod, paying the fee as you do so. You spent 270.0 credits. Spectaculous, a luxury pod. The noise level is comfortable. The expansive space a rider is greeted with is decorated in deeply soothing colors, all blues and browns to minimize visual impact. A hugely fluffy carpet is upon what would other be a rather metallic floor, turning it from a hard surface to a place one could go to sleep on. Atop this, at the southern end, has been set up a vending machine stuffed full of foods and drinks a rider might need, while a comfortable set of chairs are arranged in a circle done in expensive leathers and accentuated with plush cushions to add even higher comfort. Birthday chat cute star. The crystal was a portrait? Oh my. Birthday chat Augustus the procrastinated giggles. Birthday chat Primy chocolate cake turtle, hello. So what am I going to type to recite a page? So, reciting a page from the other page beside it in a room doesn't work? Birthday. Birthday chat Taffy, you need a beginning, middle, and end. Birthday Birthday chat and orb of birthday chaos bursts onto the channel, singing happy birthday at the top of her lungs. Birthday chat Taffy winks. Birthday chat 420, light up yo, the cosmic hippie is free and he wants you to know it. There is a slight hum as docking equipment extends and the pod judders into a clamp. Birthday chat cosmic groan, I captured the if statements all. The doors slide open, you disembark. Spectaculous, food and drinks shuttle port. The noise level is E, X, I, T, F. Obvious exits. North, southern corner, N. You turn right and walk north. Pertaculus spectaculus, southern corner. The noise level is comfortable. An expansive, diamond-shaped area opens up to the north of this vantage point, which is a wide path raised about 6 inches off of the main station deck. While the main floor is covered in carpet, the walkway has been made out of slabs of metal which have been engraved to resemble chocolate. At this point of the diamond, the color of the chocolate is dark, each square painstakingly picked out to be as realistic as possible. Smells of frying food dripped in from the various directions that would lead one further around the edge, and a shuttle port is open to the south, from which the sound of chattering and contented rumbles are often heard. Obvious exits: northwest, northeast, and south. E, X, I, T, F. Obvious exits: northwest, southwestern edge of the diamond; northeast, southeastern edge of the diamond; south, S. You turn around and walk back. T, R, A, N, S, P, O, R, T. Which type of one? Where would you like to go? 1. Hotel. 1. You step aboard a... There is a barely noticeable thunk as the docking gear retracts and the pod slowly drifts a little. Birthday chat stepping killer. Ugh. MC. Guys. Screens around the walls light up and begin to display space. The pod rotates a little as it angles to ascend. Birthday chat Gwinnett. Same here, it is broken. Birthday chat Cuthbert. Event. The pod begins to slowly ascend, the motion barely noticeable as it creeps up the side of the station. Birthday chat Cuthbert. MC. OOC Cosmic Groan. So I likely gathered $30 so far in this birthday. Birthday chat Oh yeah. The sun-baked snowman really knows how to procrastinate, just like Eli. OOC a deflated balloon. I gathered 41. Birthday chat The sun-baked snowman. It is not broken, no. Me and some other players have completed it. OOC Birthday Gamer 5. I've gathered 27. OOC Lady Logic is very slow. OOC a deflated balloon. Take your time, Logic. The pod crests the station and begins to travel. OOC Lady Logic smiles. Birthday chat and orb of birthday chaos. Well, good for you geniuses. I feel like a moron. The pod reaches the end. Birthday chat Gwinnett. Honestly look, I connect battery to fuse, then fuse to controller and light switch to battery, but it doesn't work. The pod rotates slowly and begins to drift towards a docking point. There is a slight hum as docking equipment extends and the pod judders into a clamp. The doors slide. S. You cross the room and walk E. You turn left and walk E. E. A huge pair of glass doors to the east slide E. You cross the room E. D. You cross the room and walk east. Pertaculus spectaculus, central access turn. You walk up. Per E. You walk east. Per T. E. Birthday chat Taffy Head. L. You step up to the teleport 1. Pick a destined 1 3. Your final Y E S. You tap an icon and are surrounded by a beacon. You walk up. Mulrilla, underground passage E. You walk east. E. You cross. E. You cross the room and you walk up. N. E. Birthday chat Q. N. You cross the room at a slight new obvious. You see an amethyst purple card. New B tip. This obvious exit. Birthday chat. New B tip. Use a group of 4. A modern rectangle shaped. A group of 457 starships are on racks here. MI ground, the rubberized floor for the noise level. Mulrala, birthday chat Gwinnett. New obvi UCN Amethyst. A group of 400. A modern rectangle-shaped charging rack has been placed in the front of the room. UCN Amethyst purple cart with flower petals bordering the windows. L. Mulrala, underground garage. F. You turn. Double. You can't go that way. The S. You can't go. F. Double. You cross the. Double. You can't go that. F. You can't go that. S. Double. You can't go that. D. You walk. Double. You walk. Double. You cross. Double. You cross the room. D. You walk. Two. I don't understand that. TEL. You step 2. Pick a destination. 1 star command. 2 Panaxes. 3 research complex. 4 Caloradura star 9 star 1. 5 Astrias. 6 Navidad. 7 Business Central. 8 Pertaculus Spectaculus. 9 Shipbuilding Facility Omega 8. 10 Terra Base. Enter a number, or a partial 9. Your final destination will be shipbuild YES. You tap an icon and are surrounded by a beam M.A.P. Would you like YES? Mapping all rooms of shipbuilding facility Omega 8. Access tube Omega 1. Access tube Omega 2. Access tube Omega 3. Omega arrivals. At the core, Northeastern Corridor, Northeastern Corridor, Cadets Crackdown, Recruits Ring, End of the Corridor, the Shipyard, the Dome, Commercial Corridor, Commercial Corridor, Commercial Corridor, Fine Wines, Eastern End of the Offices Corridor, Center of the Offices Corridor, Western End of the Offices Corridor. TEL, you step up to the 1. Pick a destination. 1 Earth, 2 Goskrokra, 3 Navua, 4 Galactic Medical Complex, 5 Sahariana, 6 Danimara, 7 Harmonia, 8 Mars, 9 the Galactic Academy, 10 Diana, 11 Changes, Category, System Adjustment. Host, Augustus. Change, you can now chat on the birthday, BD, channel during round time. OOC a deflated balloon, the birthday channel has to be on though. OOC birthday gamer 5 cheers. Birthday. Six. Birthday. Your final destination will be Danimara. Teleport. Aborted. Birthday chat Silver 14, is there any cake to celebrate today? Just wondering. BD. Space, MA, Y, BE. Maybe. EBYAM. I, space double I, at 8. Birthday chat overload, I wish. OBS OBS control stop recording. Task start. OBS Muse client. TEH L. You step up to the teleportation cons 2. Pick a destination. 1 Star Command, 2 Panaxes, 3 Research Complex, 4 Caloradura star 9 star 1, 5 Astrias, 6 Navidad, 7 Birthday chat. Long live the king, top ho, jolly good, and all that. Sick. Your final desk. Y-E-S. You tap an icon and are a group of carolers break out into a round of Jingle Bell Rock. T-H-I-N-K space C-H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S space E-A-R-L-Y space L-O-L. You think Christmas is early, LOL. Birthday chat. 10-meter candle event. EVENT. I don't understand that. T-I-T-T-A-I-N-K space W-E-W-I-L-L space G-O space A-N-D space R-I-D-E space S-U-U-O-M-E space R-I-D-E-S space A-N-D space 8 C-C-8 space 8. Caps lock on, caps lock off, caps lock. Birthday chat. Cuthbert, any hint how to pass the Billabong quest? Birthday chat. Oh yeah. Birthday stealer really H blank A V E space F U N. You think we will go and ride some rides and have fun? Yahoo! Birthday chat. A deflated balloon cheers. Birthday chat. The sun-baked snowman, that is sad. S. You cross the room and Birthday chat. Primy chocolate cake turtle, what should I do? Should I move each parts of the story on one room direction? Birthday chat, a deflated balloon, yup. That's how it works. D. You walk down, N. You walk north, Navidad, pool area, the noise level is comfortable. The normal red and white striped tiles transition into patterns of green and white upon entry to the pool area. 2 doors, one red and one green, lead into designated changing areas. Through a glass window, people can be seen enjoying themselves in a cheerfully decorated pool. Obvious exits, north, east, a red plasteel door closed, south, and west, a green plasteel door closed. The rumble of marching feet announces the arrival of MI ground, W. A green plasteel door to the west slides open. You turn left and walk west. Navidad, men's changing area. The noise level is comfortable. A pattern of green and gold tiles decorates the floor and walls of this locker room. A few showers have been placed around the room, and a bench rests in the middle to rest while waiting, or to get dressed upon. A bare light bulb shines brightly from the ceiling, illuminating the room in a warm glow. A metal bench with a waterproof cushion has been placed in the center of the room. You see a green and gold shower and a green and white shower here. Obvious exits, east, a green plasteel door open. A green plasteel door to the east. E. A green S. You turn right. E. You turn left and walk east. Navidad, corridor. The noise level is N. OOC the sun baked N. E. You can't go that way. S. You can't go E. You cross the E. You can't go that N. You can't go that way N. E. You cross the room E. You can't go that N. You can't go N. E. You can't go that way N. You walk northwest. Navidad, corridor. N. You cross the room at a slight angle and walk north. Navidad. The corridor continues. N. You cross the room and walk north. Navidad. The corridor continues. N. You cross the room and walk north. Navidad. End of the corridor. O-U-R-R-T. An automatic crystal. Festive music plays as a snowy white mist shoots out of the ceiling, liberally cleansing you. An automatic crystal door draped in tinsel and fairy lights to the end slides shut. The music abruptly stops and the mist ceases to spray. A bright green indicator appears on a nearby monitor, indicating that you are sufficiently cleansed and O-U-T. You cross the room and walk out. Navidad, Winter Wonderland. The noise level is comfortable. Fluffy snowflakes drip from the seemingly endless sky above, coating the ground in layers of powdery white. Fairy lights sparkle from the many attractions here, and people mill about, the eagerness to try them all present on their faces. Festive holiday music blares from various speakers set up around the area, and helper drones dressed as elves assist to control the general mayhem associated with amusement parks. Off to the side is a booth selling refreshments, and across the park is another booth selling souvenirs. All in all, the area is filled with an abundance of festive cheer. You see that you can ride the Blizzard, the Gravitron, and the Candy Cane Crunch up from here. Obvious exits, northwest, west, and in. Birthday chat cute star. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flies go. A Dragoness with blue scales and yellow colored wings flies in from the go. R-I-D-E space C-A-N-D-Y. You clamber into the ride. A cart on the candy cane crunch up. The noise level is quiet. The car begins its trek up the long stick-like segment of a candy cane-shaped track painted with red and white stripes. The track crests gently around the hook of the candy cane, causing the car to jostle lightly. The roller coaster climbs another candy cane track to its apex, then abruptly stops there, hovering above the ground. The lights of the theme park can be seen from this vantage point, the people below looking like tiny ants on the powdery white snow. A few moments later, the ride starts up again, quickly looping down the hook of the track and dropping through the air, hurtling toward the ground at breakneck speeds. The gravity sensors kick in just before the car crashes to the ground, bringing it to a bumpy landing in the snow. You scream, star 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 CONGRATULATIONS. Star 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 star. You have completed the task, give us a grin. That's another one down. Newbie tip. See a train or a passenger jet somewhere. Try boarding it to see where it goes. The car hurtles forward toward a long, dark RIDE space BLI. You clamber into the ride. The roller coaster begins to move slowly and gently, as wind noises blare from speakers overhead. The ride moves faster, and flurries of snow cascade down. Several loops and spirals commence, ending with a backward flip that leaves the car suspended upside down. After a few long, agonizing moments, the roller coaster tips back into an upright position. RIDE space GRA. You clamber into the ride. A cart on the Gravitron. Red and green lights suddenly blink on. Birthday chat looks like Cuthbert has helped a little green riot get all his wiggles out. The cart begins to spin. The car spins faster and faster, pushing you back against your seat with its force. The car reaches its apex, the sheer speed of its spinning holding you to your seat. The car continues to spin in a clockwise motion. The ride begins to slow down, lessening the pressure on your body as it does so. The ride reaches a slow and gentle spin, drifting as it slows dramatically, then stops. The red and green lights E. You can't go that way and you can't go that and E. You can't go that way and up. You walk northwest. Navidad. Winter Wonderland. The noise level is comfortable. Children and adults alike tromp about through powdery white snow, some launching snowballs at one another, others building snow angels within carefully formed snowdrifts. Several rides and attractions, most draped in fairy lights or tinsel, have exceedingly long lines in front of them. The sounds of screaming and laughter flow to your ears from various directions, and the air is filled with a sense of cheer. Off to the side is a souvenir shop. You see that you can ride Jingle Bell Rock and Rock of Ages from here. Obvious exits, southeast. RIDE space JIN. You clamber into the ride. A cart on Jingle Bell Rock. Two mechanical chestnut horses connect themselves to the front of the ride and begin to canter forward down a snowy track. The song Jingle Bell Rock begins to play as the horses up their slow canter into a trot to the beat. The track gently curves around large, ornately decorated holiday trees, the bells on the horses' harnesses ringing merrily in time to the music. Suddenly, a grinning elf appears and dumps a giant bucket of snow over your head as you pass him. The car bumps along as the horses crunch steadily in the deep snow, pulling it behind them. The track dips suddenly, jostling the car as it does so. As you pass by, a family of snow people wave and throw snowballs at you. A snow baby coos, Merry Christmas. The song continues to play as the horses trot past all of Santa's RIDE space GEF. You clamber into the ride pulls out of the loading area, two massive menorahs flanking either side of a tall stone archway. The lights are dimmed gradually until they are completely off as the cars pull through the archway. A giant 9-branched candelabra with 8 branches on the sides and a taller branch in the center becomes illuminated with electric lights that resemble flames. The ride rounds a curve, and standing before you is a battle scene straight out of medieval history, complete with cavalry on horseback. The enemies are surrounding a small group of warriors stationed at the top of a mountain. The vehicle you are sitting in skirts the battling combatants, before plowing directly into a group of cavalry, knocking the men off their horses. A loud cheer rises up from the group of warriors on the top of the mountain. You tilt back in your seat, the vehicle hurtling up the mountain before leveling out and coming to a stop beside the warriors. A large fireball hurtles down from the ceiling far above, incinerating the enemy combatants at the base of the mountain but sparing the group on the summit. Birthday chat te, a help. Obvious exits. Southeast, Winter Wonderland. S.E. You walked up. Birthday chat te, trying to time commands with Navidad, Winter Wonderland, Snowy Lane. The noise level is comfortable. This path leads away from the hectic hustle and bustle of the roller coasters and cheering crowds. Decorated Christmas trees, adorned in a healthy layer of snow and ice, line the packed snow walkway. The sky overhead is decorated with puffy white clouds, and snowbirds wheel and play through the simulated firmament. People, mostly couples, stroll back and forth along the way, talking intimately amongst each other. MI Ground Patrol R1314 patrols nearby. Obvious exits, east and west. Birthday chat te, CE. You turn around and you walk through a near THINK, space. Birthday chat Cuthbert, how to leave Brandon's locate LET space O space SEE space SANTA. You think, let's OC Santa. S, you can't go that an automatic SE. Birthday chat you walk south. You cross the room W, you can't you can't go the SE, you can't you cross the room and S, you can't go you can't you can't go the SE, you cross the room S, you can't go you can't go that SE, you can't go you walk southwest. Navidad, Court you cross the room at a slight angle and walk west. Navidad. S. You can't go that way. W. You cross the room. Birthday chat a deflated balloon. S. An ornately carved door which resembles a slab of shimmering blue ice to the south slides open. You turn N. An ornately carved door which resembles a U. You walk up. Navidad. Arrivals. You walk up. You walk up. Navidad. Middle level shopping plaza. The noise level is comfortable. This bustling level of the space station possesses 4 archways framed by glittering red and gold fairy lights. The red and white tiles placed across the floor create the illusion that the entirety of the area is covered in candy cane stripes. People of all different races come and go, with shopping bags draped over their arms. The mingling scents of pine and cinnamon paired with the cheerful Christmas music blaring from overhead speakers give off a nostalgic feeling only noticed during the holidays. A Santa sleigh moves through the area here, obviously a hologram but still very amusing to the children as it whizzes through. MI Ground Patrol F1315 patrols nearby. You see that you can sit on a soft bench here. A jolly elf dressed in a red and green suit is here. Obvious exits, north, south, a wide door fashioned out of crystal red and white candy canes closed, west, up, and down. If you would like to go visit Santa type ride, a jolly elf dressed in a red RIDE. You give a sudden leap and land in Santa sleigh. Santa sleigh, The noise level is comfortable. It appears to be the one, the only. The genuine article of Santa sleigh. Reindeer are up front, tugging the bumping shaking sled around a twisting, sliding path, bouncing over piles of snow and bells jingling all the way. Piles of presents sit at the back hidden under a sack made of cloth. You see that you can sit on a present here. Obvious exits. Exit. There is a dramatic increase in the temperature. The sleigh shoots forward, propelled at great speeds by reindeer. A song begins to blare from hidden speakers. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Chat Gilly descended from Sarkin in a thrumming growl. Code AA. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Chat Dakota descended from Henratsu in a coy and melodic voice. Huh. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Chat Gilly descended from Sarkin in a thrumming growl. I want a hug 5-star. And a Happy New Year. You arrive with a bump and are tipped out of the sleigh. Navidad. Santa's house. The noise level is comfortable. Arriving at this small abode, one is greeted with the scent of freshly baked cookies and hot cocoa. A plush red and green carpet covers the floor, its surface shot through with ribbon-like streaks of silver. The walls have been made to resemble fake ice and are painted a frosted shade of white, which complements the festive shades of the carpet. Cleverly concealed speakers play festive music, the upbeat tunes mingling with the sounds of laughter and chatter. You see that you can sit on one of several low stools, Santa's favorite fluffy armchair, a fluffy red and green armchair, and an enormous fluffy green and gold sofa here. Hung on the wall is a bunch of mistletoe. Santa's grotto is in one corner and green Christmas lights shimmer periodically on a 10-foot Virginia pine topped with an elegant golden angel. Obvious exits, east and upstairs. There is a dramatic decrease in the temperature. Birthday Chat Cuthbert. So, yes, I don't understand that. U-P-S-T-A-I-R-F. You walk up the stairs. Navidad. Santa's workshop. The noise level is comfortable. A very busy factory floor sprawls at the top of the stairs from Santa's house. Little elves rush here and there collecting supplies and making toys for all the good little children of the galaxy. Occasionally, Santa and Mrs. Claus come in to check on the progress of the elves. In another area of the workshop, elves busily wrap the gifts that the other elves have just made. Obvious exits. Downstairs. There is a dramatic D. S. You walk down the stairs. E. You walk east. Navidad. Mrs. Claus's kitchen. The noise level is E. You can't go that way. W. You turn. R-I-D-E. You give a sudden leap and land. A song begins to blare. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a We wish you and a Happy New Year. D. You walk down. D. You walk down. Knob D. You walk T-A-I-N-K space L-E-T X S space G-O space I-C-E space A S C A T-I-N-G Scatting G blank G-N-I-T-I-E-E-I Skating. You think, let's go ice skating. S. An ornately carved door which reads S. You pass beneath the decorated archway. Navi. S. An attendant briefly holds you back to strap some anti-gravity assisted skates onto your feet. You pass between the trees that flank the entrance. Navidad. Ice rink. North rink. A. C. I don't understand that. Did you mean ACC? Birthday Chat Cosmic Groan. Cage. Birthday Chat ACC. You push off from the side and begin to skate. You slowly skate southeast. Birthday Chat the Queen of Cosmic. E. Use the accelerate and decelerate commands to skate around the ice. You slowly skate west. Navidad. Ice rink. You slowly skate north. You slowly skate northeast. Navidad. Ice rink. North rink. A Dragonis with blue. You slowly skate south. Birthday chat cosmic. You slowly A Dragonis with blue scales and yellow colored wings skates in from the east. A Dragonis with blue scales and yellow colored wings skates northwest. Newbie tip. Interplanetary pods can get you across a planet. You slowly skate northeast. You slowly skate south. You slowly skate south. You slowly skate southwest. Navidad. Ice rink. Southeast turn. The noise. You slowly skate west. D, E, C. You shift your weight into your heels and slow down, grabbing a bar at the side to bring yourself completely to a stop. Birthday chat Primicha. E, X, I, T, S. Obvious exits. Northwest. West rink. Along an evergreen grove. East. South rink. A Dragonis with blue scales. A. C. C. You push off from the side and begin to skate. You slowly skate northwest. Navidad. Ice rink. West rink. Dispatched a. You slowly skate south. Navidad. Ice rink. East rink. Beneath it. You slowly skate west. You slowly skate west. Navidad. D, E, C. You slowly skate northwest. Navidad. Ice rink. West rink. You slowly skate northeast. Navidad. Ice rink. North rink. You shift your weight into your heels and slow down, grabbing a bar at the side to bring yourself completely to a stop. Birthday N. You can't go that way. L. Navidad. Ice rink. Northeast rink. A quiet corner. Double. You can't go that way. A. D. 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 C. C. You push off from the side and begin to You slowly skate southwest. Navidad. Ice rink. Southeast turn. N. You can't go that way. E. Use the accelerate and D. Birthday chat there. D, E, C. You slowly skate. You shift your weight N. You carefully make your way off the ice and back through the brightly lit trees. Navidad. Frosty antechamber. The noise level is a little loud. The sound of N. You pass N. An ornately carved door which An ornately carved. N. You cross the room and walk north. Double. A green plasteel door to the west. A green plasteel door to the S. T. O. E. C. O. M. P. I don't understand that. Birthday chat birthday gamer. Birthday chat lady logic. Birthday chat, the queen of cos. I. You are carrying a laptop, black gold informational computer, a hand-sized black gold radio with a medium speaker and medium screen, a cool looking red Mutariancy translator, a black tray, and a black keyring. Birthday chat. DROP space COM-P. You set down a laptop, black gold inf DROP space RAD. You set down a hand DROP space TRAN. You set down a DROP space TRAY. You set down a black DROP space KEY. You drop a black keyring with a clank. E. A green plastic. A Dragonus with blue skin. A green plasteel. A red plasteel door to the east slides open. A red plasteel door to the east slides shut. Birthday chat. Tay has left the birthday channel. For now. A red plasteel door to the east slides open. A Dragonus with blue scales. A red plasteel door to the east. A Dragonus with blue scales and yellow colored wings turns right and flies north, and you turn left and walk north. Navidad. Pool. The noise level is comfortable. Red, green, gold and silver tiles form rings around a large, Olympic size. Birth SWIM. You sink into the ice cold water. S. You turn around. Birthday chat. You hear the traceback gremlins across the land cry out. Cuthbert has captured another 10 of them. Birthday chat. Hostess Lara Stardust. Birthday chat. Cuthbert W. A green. A green plasteel. Birthday chat. Cuthbert. GET space COMP. You take a laptop, black gold informational computer. Water saturates your clothing, causing it to stick to you clingingly. DROP space COMP. You set down a birthday chat. Primi chocolate. Birthday chat. Primi chocolate. T-A-I-N-K space S O comma space T-I-I-T-T-A-I-S space I-S space R-R-T-A-E space E-N-D. You think, so, this is the end, T-H-I-K-K-I-A-T, T-H-I-N-K, space, P-L-E-A-S-E, space, S-U-M-M-B, S-C-R-I-B-E, space, T-O, space, M-Y, space, F-R-I-E-N-D, space, B-B-G-A-M-E, S, space, N-N-A-N-D, space, T-A-I-N-G, S, space, F-O-R, space, B-L-I-N-K-K-D, space, P-E-O-P-L-E. You think? Please subscribe to my T-A-I-N-K, space, G-O-O-D-B-U-Y. You think? OBS, stop recording.